Hello and welcome to Francis Marion University's Campus Technology Orientation for incoming freshmen. The campus technology area at Francis Marion consists of four major groups: the Application and Data Services area, Network Operations, the Media Center, and User Services, which contains the Help Desk. The Application and Data Services area primarily takes care of the administrative systems of the university. So when you enroll, when you check your grades, etc., that's the group that takes care of that. Network Operations is what provides the wireless networking and residence housing network connectivity across the campus. The Media Center is a large area of resources and one of our major public labs. And User Services is the help desk and support center for the entire campus. The mission of campus technology really is to help you be successful in your academic career here at Francis Marion University. Francis Marion has three public computer labs. One is located in the Rogers Library. The second is located in the Stanton Academic Computer Center. And the third, as mentioned, is in the Kaufman Educational Media Center. Each of the labs has different hours at different times of year, so it's best to check the website at fmarion.edu/campustechnology/lab hours to be sure of what the hours are for a particular lab that you're interested in using. Student Technology Services primarily consists of ResNet, which is what we call our residence hall network. There are certain do's and don'ts that we would ask you to be mindful of. Please bring your gaming console. They must be used in wired mode. Please don't use them on the wireless network because it just drains so much of the available bandwidth that we need for other purposes. But we do ask that you do not bring additional wireless routers or access points, MAC handlers, or other devices, because those can interfere with your neighbors and detract from the overall performance and, more importantly, the security of our data network. The Patriot LAN is our wide area wireless network. It encompasses the entire campus. Patriot LAN is available in all classrooms and labs in all of the buildings. It is also available in the village apartments, forest villas, and the residence halls. Over the summer, we have implemented a number of upgrades to both improve the coverage and the performance, and we're quite pleased with the overall performance of our wireless network here. Every student is provided with an email account. We call it Swamp Fox Mail. It is in partnership with Google Mail. It is the official email address you have for the university, so we require that you use it for all university-related activities. And it is absolutely essential that you have that email account operational for use with Blackboard. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Blackboard is our learning management system here at Francis Marion. Not all instructors use Blackboard, but if it is used, all courses are loaded onto Blackboard. The web address is given here. It's https://blackboard.fmarion.edu. And again, we'll talk about that in more detail later in the presentation. What do you need here at Francis Marion? Well, first of all, just bring your own device, a Windows PC, a Macintosh, a tablet, a smartphone. It doesn't matter if it's Windows or Android or iOS, they are all welcome. What we do ask you to make sure of is that it is up to date. Specifically, we want all the updates on the operating system and a current operating system. If you have a machine that's running Windows XP, that's not a good idea to bring it here. Windows 7 and Windows 8 are what we expect to see, and dependent upon your version, all of the appropriate upgrades and keep it current. We also ask that you have antivirus software installed on your computer and that all of the signature files and definitions are not only up to date as you get here, but that you keep them current through time. And of course, you need all the miscellaneous assorted cords, cables, connectors, bits, and gubbins to connect it. We do not have them in campus technology. We cannot provide them for you. You need to bring your own. One of the major support areas that we have in campus technology is logging into the various systems. The university's systems can be divided into two major groups, the administrative systems and the academic systems. Examples of the administrative systems are things like what you do to register for class, how you pay your fees, review and print your schedule, etc. There's quite a few of them, and we call this the SwampFox Web. So the administrative systems and SwampFox Web are synonyms. They mean the same thing. On the academic side of the house, those are the systems that are in support of your academic pursuits. So it's the library resources, print services, email, wireless networking, and Blackboard. So let's begin by talking about account management. The very first thing you need to do is go to www.fmarion.edu/campus technology. This is an externally available website, and it looked like this. This is the campus technology homepage. Note that the password manager is at the very top of this page. On this page, it gives the URL to the password manager, and it describes what the keywords are going to be. So by default, your username is your first initial, your full last name, and the last 4 digits of your Francis Marion University student ID number. No spaces, no punctuation. The initial password are the letters FMU, and then the last 5 digits of your federally issued Social Security number. FMU is in lowercase, and if you are an international student, you do not have a United States issued Social Security number, but rather a university issued 9-digit number that begins with the digits 902. You need to know that number. So click on that link, recoverystudent.fmarion.edu/password manager, and that page looks like this. There are 4 parts: enroll, reset, unlock, and change. And you have to go through the enroll part. It's a one-time process the very first time. Note on this page there is a link that says bookmark this page for quick access in case of emergency. We truly encourage you to bookmark this page the first time you visit it. After you bookmark it, click on the link that says enroll, and you are presented a login screen. The account name and password are what we discussed earlier: first initial, last name, last 4 of your student ID. The password is FMU, and the last 5 of your social. When you type those 2 in, click the next button, and the second part is presented to you, in which you're given a set of questions. For each question, pull down the list, pick one from the list, and give it an answer. Go through until no more questions are presented, and click the next button. Upon successfully enrolling, you come right back to the password manager screen, and what you need to do next is click reset password. Here you'll be given a screen. You enter a new password, change it from FMU in the last 5 of your social. The basic rules for this are: it needs to be at least 8 characters long, but not more than 20. It must contain at least 1 uppercase and 1 lowercase character, and it must contain either a digit or a special character, such as an exclamation point or the hash symbol. When you successfully complete that, a series of events are going to occur automatically. The first thing that happens is your password is reset on the highlighted 4 academic systems: your email, your library resources, your wireless networking or Wi-Fi, and your print services password all get updated to the password you just changed in the password manager. That'll be important later on. Going back to the campus technology webpage, we look at wireless networking. You'll notice it says right away, after enrolling in the password manager, all Windows devices need to be registered. If you have an Android, Apple, or BlackBerry device, you can skip the registration part. You simply have to accept the certificate, and you'll be prompted for that. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. When you connect your computer to an available wireless network at Francis Marion, you will connect to what's called FMU Guest. This is an unsecured, open wireless network. Its hours of operation are limited, and it is unsecured. When you start your browser up for the first time connected to FMU Guest, this page is presented. It's the Terms and Acceptable Use Policy for our wireless network. And circled in red is the click here to register your device. Do not click on the accept button, but rather the click here link. When you click there, the process will begin by asking you to register your device, where you have to fill in the username and the password. Remember what those are? First initial, last name, last four of your student ID number, and then the password is what you just changed it to in the password manager. That's why you have to do that part first. Once you're done with that, you click the Begin button, and Quick Connect will initiate. It will download a file, and when it's ready, you will have that file available. Double-click on it, and it will begin the onboard wizard to install the registration for your device. Click Next button, and it will automatically configure itself to your system. When that's finished, click Connect, and it will locate the data network. It will connect to it, and you will get that you are connected to the FMU wireless network, not FMU Guest. That is a one-time setup to register your device, and then whenever you are in range and on campus, your device will automatically connect to FMU Wireless. The next item on your campus technology page is your email account. The URL is shown here, mail.g.fmarion.edu. Here, the username is your full email address. It's your first initial, full last name, last four digits of student ID number, as we have had, followed by @g.fmarion.edu. Again, no spaces, no punctuation. You have to have enrolled in the password manager first. The password to your email is what you set back there. And finally, the library resources is the ability to access these services off campus. So if you're not living in the residence halls and you need to connect to the library, this is the link, fmarion.edu/Rogers Library, and it's your username and password, the same as you use to connect to Wi-Fi. We have instituted a new print service on campus, and we're transitioning from open printing to an integrated print solution. This is expected to go live for the fall 2015 semester. So you have a procedure you need to go through here. You can print any coursework, any documents, anything you want from any of the public labs. And there is a one-time process that ties your student ID card to campus print services. So let's take a look at how that works. You take your student ID card and you walk up to a printer, and again, I emphasize it's in one of the 3 public labs, and there will be a reader, a Wave ID reader, and you put your student ID card in very close proximity to that reader, and it will beep. The screen on the front of the printer will then present this view, and it's going to associate your card to your username and password. So if you press, this is a touch-sensitive screen, So if you press the box beside username, a soft keyboard will be displayed, and you type in your username. When you're done with that, press OK. And you do the same for the password and press the Set button. The printer will then match your card to your credentials, and whenever you need to print a job, all you do is wave your student ID card over it. It knows who you are, and it will deliver your print jobs to you. Every student begins the academic school year with an allocation for page prints that value $12.50, and that is associated to your ID card. Black and white prints are $5 per print or per side. So if you print one sheet of paper on both sides, that's 2 prints or 10 cents. Color is considerably more expensive. It's 35 cents per print. So that basically gives you about 125 prints per semester if everything's in black and white. If you exceed that print allocation, then you can take your card, your student ID card, to the cashier's office in the Stokes Administration Building and add additional print capability to your card. So the theme here is printing is available, but you can always print what you need, but make sure you need what you print because there's a meter running associated with it. The next and final academic login that we need to talk about is for Blackboard. While the other 4 systems all share the same password, Blackboard does not. It is a separate system, and it depends on your email system being operational first. To use Blackboard, you point to its web address, blackboard.fmarion.edu. Again, your username is going to be the familiar first initial, last name, last 4. But there is no default password. You have to create it. And you do that by going to the website and clicking on the link circled in the red oval that says Forgot Your Password. That is going to present the Lost Password form. Here, use only the first option, the username option, and you enter your first name in the top box, your last name in the middle box, and your username in the bottom box. Use your proper first name. So if your first name is Richard, put in Richard, not Dick. Put all 3 of those in, and then click the Submit button. What will happen then, if everything is correct and matches what Blackboard has available, is you will get what we call the green bar of success. There will be a message displayed that an email is going to be sent to you with additional instructions for your username. Go to your email account, and you will find a message that looks like this that contains a very long URL. Click directly on that URL that usually wraps at least once. You will be taken directly back to Blackboard to the Change Password form. Here, you will enter your password of choice twice, once to put it in, once to verify it. It will not show you the letters. The rules for this password are basically anything you want. It does not have the same complicated rules that your Wi-Fi did, for example. And we encourage you that be a different password. Don't have the same password for everything. And when you're done, click the Submit button. You will get the green bar of success at the top of the form, and you will be ready to log in. You put your username in the top box, the password you just created in the bottom one. Click the Login button. Blackboard will sign you on, and the very first time it will greet you by name. That concludes the academic functions of account management. And notice that URL, fmarion.edu/campus technology, appeared many, many times. That is what we call a VWA, a very important web address. Bookmark it. You'll need it. Taking a look at the administrative side of life, or Swamp Fox Web, that is yet a different system. You get to that by going to the very important web address and looking at the administrative accounts section, and here it highlights to you fmarion.edu/enrollment/swampfox. That's where administrative accounts are located. But notice that the username and the initial password are very different. Your username is your student ID number, all 9 digits, including the leading 4 zeros. And your initial password is a PIN number, 4-digit PIN number, that is the month and day of birth. So it uses the leading zeros. After you log in for the very first time, it will force you to create a new PIN, and you cannot use your month and day of birth. It has to be a different combination of 4 digits. When you are going to use this page, you click the link, and this is the SwampFox web page that is presented. And as an example, we want to review and print our schedule. So we would click on that link, and immediately a sign-on box is going to be displayed. You put in your username, your entire 9 digits of your student ID number, and your password, which is the 4-digit PIN. That authenticates you, and then you can get into that particular function and do what you need to do. If you ever forget your PIN, you can come to the SwampFox web top-level page, and there is a link that says if you forgot your PIN, you can retrieve it here, and you click on the link, and what it does is guides you to a page where you can request a new PIN number or change it by typing your number in, your student ID number in here, and clicking the Send It Now button, or clicking the link to change your 4-digit PIN as appropriate on I forgot or I just want to change it. So that is a user service or a self-service function. Another offering available to you at the university is what we call SwampFox Alerts, or e-alerts. It is an emergency alert system that is implemented across the entire campus for when important and critical information needs to be brought to your attention. It consists of several different things, one of which is an emergency siren system that can be heard all over campus. You can receive notifications by email, and you can also receive notices by SMS text messaging. You need to enroll in this process by providing your phone number and your carrier. In order to do this, go to the Francis Marion homepage, the university's homepage, and there is a small box on that top page that says for current students, and at the very top of the center column is the link for e-alerts. You click on that link, and it takes you to the SwampFox Alerts page where you can subscribe. It's a very straightforward process. When you click on the link, a short form is displayed in which you create a username. First initial, last name, last word. Your student ID is a real good name to use. Your first name, last name, a password of your choice. Check the boxes on the option of whether you want campus status messages, weather alerts. You must check the box that says you agree to the terms of service. If you don't, it won't work. Select your carrier from the pull-down list and click the Create Account button. That account will last for up to 2 years, and you'll get a notice and you'll need to refresh it at that time. The last topic to address is that of digital copyright. The providers for internet services to Francis Marion University monitor our network traffic. Our FMU network operations folks also monitor the network traffic. It is against the law to copy, download, distribute, or otherwise take advantage of copyrighted materials. It's a violation of federal law to do so, and the university will make every effort to comply, and it expects all student, faculty, and staff to comply. If you have point-to-point software installed on your machine, we ask that you turn those file sharing options off. Just because you shared materials inadvertently does not excuse you from the law. You are still liable for those violations. And it's of note that under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, FMU does reserve the right to terminate computing services to any users who repeatedly infringe upon the rights of copyright owners. Basically, the short and sweet of this is if it's not yours, don't copy it, period. The Francis Marion University Help Desk is available to you in two different ways. You can call us on the phone at area code 843-661-1111, or you can come visit us in person. We are in the Stanton Academic Computing Center. Our operation hours are from 8:30 in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. We look forward to serving you. At this point, if there are any questions, I welcome them.